welcome to my channel. I'm Fornax, and today, as requested by Santera, my wonderful patron, I will be sharing with you my top 10 character creation tips. Now, if you are an experienced player and you have ideas and top tips to share yourself, please do in the comments below. Let's help get some fresh blood into the game and give them a fighting chance to make the perfect character off the bat. So, without further ado, let's just jump into my top 10 character creation tips in no particular order whatsoever. With great height comes greater jumping puzzle difficulty. So shorter characters just have an easier time maneuvering in smaller spaces or in awkward spaces. So you are less likely as a small character to clip into the environment, things like that. So if you're going to create the tallest of the tall known and chart, and I cannot blame you for doing so, there is always a price to pay. Selecting the race of your character. Take your time. Race has no effect on endgame. It is purely aesthetic, but it affects your personal story and the dialogue that happens during your journey through the Guild Wars storylines. So take your time. Look at the different races, enjoy the process. Do not stress too much about getting the perfect look. There are hair makeover kits, there are total makeover kits, so you can change your gender, you can change your hairstyle, you can tweak and twiddle to your heart's content. There are also in each major capital city preview vendors. They have a pair of scissors over their head and you can talk to them, you can preview the different hairstyles, the new hairstyles that come out periodically, the new faces that come out periodically, and you can purchase total and hair makeover kits on the Black Lane Trading Company for a very small price. There are unique skins available during the character creation process, linked to the different professions. So if you want to unlock all these skins, do what I did, just make disposable characters. Make them, take the option, get the skin, jump out the end, delete the character, start again. Go through it, you'll unlock all the skins. It will take you a little bit of time, but it's well worth it because some of them are absolutely beautiful. Do not worry about the story choices that you're making as you create your character. These options only affect the vanilla storyline and only really in fairly minimal ways, because all roads lead to the same place, to Aura. Now, I have played through the majority of the different storylines. They're fun, but I'm an alcoholic. But if you want to know the different outcomes, the different options, the Guild Wars 2 wiki is a brilliant resource for that. Now, I will say that some of your story choices will unlock unique dialogue in the expansions as well, but it's minor things. Minimal, minor, doesn't affect the end game, doesn't affect your performance. All the story flows, especially with the new expansions. Don't stress, trust me, it's fine. When it comes to rolling a ranger, there are pet choices that you have during this character creation process. Do not worry, pick any of the pets. There are no pets that are exclusive to the character creation process. So pick the one that you like the look of, that you think is cute, that you think will be useful, and use that. So don't worry, you will be able to find and tame all the pets of Tyria, but if you want Path of Fire pets, you must have the expansion. If you want Heart of Thorn pets, you must have the expansion. All those fantastic sliders. There are, of course, numerous games that take character creation to the next level. It's almost like an art form. But despite Guild Wars 2's vintage status really now, the game offers some fantastic character creation options. So if you want to create a mini Cardi B or Chris Hemsworth, and I can't blame you if you want to, please do. But make sure that when you're making your changes with the slidey bars, that you turn your character, because that button nose can become pretty Pinocchio pretty quickly. So take your time, make sure that you're using the different views. Always turn. Too much choice for the tree children. Now, For Sylvari lovers, unlike me, my first character was an Elementalist Sylvari. I still play her to this day, Asphodelis. It can feel like a momentous task. There are so many colour options and combinations. Trying to find that perfect harmonious blend of the skin tone, the pattern, the hair, it's a lot. It's a lot. And I will say it's not unique to the Sylvari either. The Asura and the Char have similar skin options that make it challenging but very rewarding because of the vastness of the options. What I will do, especially for Sylvari players, is link to a couple of colour theory videos down below that will help you. And if you're into Fashion Wars as well, that will help you no end with your Fashion Wars endgame play. Getting harmonious colours, and using different unusual colour combinations can be extremely rewarding. So take your time, watch the videos, and don't feel like you're the only person who this is intimidating for. I think I spent like 2 hours making my first Sylvari character. It was like a marathon. Also, a quick side note here. When the developers were making the Sylvari, the turning point came when they said to themselves, this is not a person who looks like a tree. They're trying to make the tree a person. So what would a tree look like if they were a person, not what would a person look like if they were a tree? It's a subtle difference, but if you think about it in that context as well, it's about mindset. Sylvari are complicated. Okay. Now, I'm going to continue with my comments about Sylvari, and for my next tip, turn off the lights. It's very easy to take an inordinate amount of time getting your Sylvari perfect, and the hair and the tint and the this and the that and the other and the ears and the whole kit and caboodle. And then you completely forget that they have bioluminescence to them. So turn off the lights, make sure that your bioluminescence matches with the overall colour scheme of your Sylvari, or completely dramatically changes. I mean, it's got to make sure that you're happy with it. It doesn't have to match. It doesn't have to match you. But also, don't forget you can turn down the intensity of the glow as well. So check it matches, and also check the hair, because my goodness, those glows can make the hairstyles look entirely different. Take your time, turn the lights off. Don't forget that one. It's very important. Guild Wars 2 has a lot of freedom when it comes to names compared to other games that I've played, which is really fantastic for role players, for trolls, I'm going to be honest with you, and for people with a bit of an imagination as well, and they want to be very unique. So you can have lots of combinations and capitalizations. You can have a first name, a last name, a middle name. You can call yourself Lord, Lady. Your name is limited to your imagination and the speed at which you can get those sought after names. You can do it, I believe in you. You can make an awesome name. And if you're stuck on names, my go-tos are heavenly bodies, celestial bodies is a great place to look for unusual names. Or you can do the J.K. Rowling thing and you can use old Latin names. So that's a wonderful source. And in Greek and Roman mythology is a fantastic source of extremely beautiful, unusual names. And also look at the names of the different types of old gods. And of course there are many pantheons of gods to choose from. There's a veritable buffet of ancient religions that you can peruse for your naming pleasure. So that's my top 10 tips for character creation. I hope that you found them useful, and if you did, please give a virtual hug to Xantera, Ada, Valmont, Jolly Joestar, Dark Griever, Molinai, and all my wonderful patrons, without whom I would not be able to dedicate the time, effort, and energy and resources I do to my channels. I can never thank them enough. Now, I hope you will come back and join me on Monday for a Star Wars mini lore installment. And coming up on the channel soon, we have more pet pinching play as we track and tame all the avians of Tyria. So I hope I will see you again soon, but until then, as always, thanks for watching.